Hey guys, this is Andrei Smirnov with the Fast Lane Truck, and with me as always,
Kent with MrTruck.com.
And I'm really glad you're here because we're towing a heavyweight.
Yes, 30,000 pound trailer.
With the 2016 Ram 3500 Heavy Duty going up the Super IKE Gauntlet. I cannot wait.
Limited
edition.
Every toy known to man.
Nice. Now the torque wars in heavy-duty pickup trucks are in full swing. This, of course, is a 6.7 liter straight six Cummins turbo diesel with 385 horsepower and 900 pound-feet of torque, which comes in at 1800 RPM. But Ford just came out with the 2017 Super Duty with 925 pound-feet of torque and 440 horsepower. So I'm waiting to see how Ram responds and how GM responds to this. This is the heaviest trailer that you and I have ever set up.
That's true.
We have 8 water totes and 2 water barrels for a combined weight of 30,000 pounds.
That's right. And that's the capacity of the trailer and that's the capacity of the truck. We're at IKE, Super IKE.
It's very convenient, right?
Yes.
But when you're towing this weight, you have to do a lot more things. You have to have a CDL license, first of all.
Right.
And you have paperwork to fill out.
Yes, now I'm old school. I still have actual paperwork.
Wow.
This is the inspection report, which I do wherever I go. We can't do the CDL inspection like I do on my trucks because we don't own the truck or the trailer. So we try to be as legal as we can, which means we have the triangles, we have the fire extinguisher, we have the fuses, all the things we're supposed to do to be as legal as possible.
How about we do something different on the downhill?
Okay.
Manual shifting.
Manual shifting. By golly, I have a button on my stem. Yes. Let's try that button.
Well, how do semi-truckers do it? How do commercial guys do this?
Well, a lot of them have 8-speed road rangers, and they'll click them on down.
Now, I have another trick.
Another trick?
Yes, I have something called the Blue Driver, which is an OBD2, basically, device that can monitor a lot of parameters in real time. Let's see if we can catch second gear.
Okay, I'm running down to 2,000 RPM. Using my foot brake. Okay, there's 2,000 RPM, 34 miles an hour. It's still
there,
second gear.
Let me check your RPMs.
I'm still got
3,000. Does that sound right?
I'm right close to 3. I might be hair under.
Okay, here we go.
So, should I hold it in second
yeah, let's
gear?
hold this. Let's hold this and see how shit goes.
Because that's 33 miles an hour. It's holding me there.
What do you think about this Big Tex trailer? Because it's got the spread to the axles, right? And it's handling the load.
Right, it's got like a bridge, so the axles as far apart as they'll put them. It's like a hutch type suspension, even though it's made for Dexter just for Big Tex. So it has a tracking bar and the springs are open on each end, which means you can align the axles. It does really well. You can hear it squeaking once in a while like you would with this kind of a load. But we've got everything level on it. And we've done well. We've even loaded it and unloaded a few times with that 2-speed jack.
And it's stable, right?
Yes, it is. We've done very well. We've done everything level, so all of our brakes are working, all of our springs are working, all of our bearings are working, which is what you want.
I mean, in second gear, this truck is controlling this maximum load. No problem, right?
Exactly.
All right, let's go up to third.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll do it for you. Maybe you may need to give it a little bit of gas.
Well, I'm so close to red line, I can only give it so much gas. There we go.
There she goes.
Gave a little bit of gas to drop down to say 2,200 RPM.
Okay.
We're in third gear, and this is 4,200. I'm going to let off the gas, see if it wants to hold us here. 44 miles an hour, third gear.
Okay, I'm showing your accelerator input here.
This should be 0.
I know, but I saw a little bump.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
As you know, people are always telling us, well, if you manually shifted, it would shift down, do this and that. And that's true. Like going up the hill. A lot of times, if we let off the gas, it would have manually shifted down.
Well, that was a good test. I mean, we learned that the Ram 3500 controls the downhill speed in second gear.
Yeah.
And in third gear, it's still controlling us.
Yeah, but we're bumping red line right now.
Yeah,
we're going to have to hit the brakes a little bit, or actually let it go to fourth. That's 57 miles
3,400 RPM.
Okay, I let it go to fourth.
And we're basically done.
Okay, I'm
ready.
30.
Go!
I got it to 31 miles an hour.
Okay, you reset?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still wide open
good.
throttle.
So I've got the timer going. You reset your trip meter.
Yep.
And you're full throttle, right?
Wide open throttle.
Check it out, 100% throttle on the scan tool.
And we are at the alternative trailer height, which just has an air suspension. I call it a hybrid.
Okay.
Leaf springs and airbags. And so that's keeping us level. We lowered it an inch with the alternative trailer height. And this is moving right along. That's one thing about air is it does help level us out. Keep us squatting too much.
It's really level. One thing that I've noticed about fully loaded trucks, even the dualies, when you put 5,000 pounds, in our case, of tongue weight, right?
Right.
They do start to ride a little bit harsher.
It is.
At full load. Right?
Yeah, because if you're at the bottom of the spring and then your springer is totally compressed, they can't compress anymore. So all this is the upspring weight of the truck moving up is the only cushion you get. Besides a little bit out of the shock, but it's a different thing being loaded.
Uh-oh, it's starting to slow down?
Yes, it is. Now, let's see. Let me see which gear I'm in. We're going to play with this. We're in 4th gear.
Okay.
So actually right there it downshifted. Downshifted to 3rd and it shot my RPMs up. So we're going to do something different on this run up. We're going to actually use some manually shifting.
Okay.
And actually, maybe not so much manually shifting, but whenever I'm peaked down, I'm going to let off the gas and let it shift up for speed.
See how that goes.
Yeah, we'll see if I can get a little more speed out of it that way. Right now, we're just hanging on.
Now the Big Tex trailer has pretty heavy duty chain and gigantic red hooks, which is helpful because the cleats are of such size that you have to have a big hook to go around it. We have this trailer set up at about 17% tongue weight or 5,000 pounds. So let me go over just a few numbers here, huh?
Yeah.
So, of course, this is a 410 rear end.
Yes.
For the high output version of the Ram 3500. And our max payload number is 5680, which is actually a really good payload number, considering the tongue weight and you and I in here.
Right, it's a 4-wheel drive crew cab, so you got all that weight.
So that's really good. A maximum tow rating for this configuration with the 4-wheel drive is 30,310 pounds. So it's over 30,000 pounds.
Well, it is.
And we're maxed out.
I'm kind of surprised that they didn't make us go to a 3-inch ball on this weight, but we'll find out when they do that and what rate rating they do that. But since we are above peak torque, I'm not going to manually shift it down. I mean, I could wrap it up to 3,000, get a little more horsepower out of it. What do you think? Do you think I should try to go to 3,000 RPM, get more horsepower out of this?
Well, try.
Let's see what that does. That means I've got to let off.
Can you go to 2nd?
Let me shift it down to 2nd here. There we go.
Okay, so you're in 2nd.
Yeah, it did. Chopped up about 2,800 RPM. Did you think it increased our speed? We were going...
Not much.
Not much.
Well, let's see how it goes.
Well, this means it won't drop down any. We're not going to lose power. So we'll see. Now we can run it back down to like 2,100 RPM again. And if we want, I don't think I want to go to 1st. We're in 2nd. So this, like we talked about, going down we manually shifted. Going up we manually shifted. This also gives you a chance to keep the engine and transmission cooler because you're running at higher RPMs, your fan's running faster, everything is pumping faster. So I think this is better on the truck. All right, truck.
Let me measure the sound level.
Okay.
70.5.
See, there you go.
Let me check my time because we're coming to the point where I stopped the clock at the Ford.
Okay.
Remember?
I remember.
We had a little bit of traffic.
Yeah, we had some construction going on.
We're having a little bit of an issue up ahead. It looks like they may have closed one of the tunnels.
That's not good. Left lane closed.
We're almost done.
Oh,
left lane closed.
How are we going to swerve around all this mess? Well,
Can you go in the right lane? And go just a smidge further?
You can try.
Oh no, there's no more lane.
There's no more lanes. That's how close we are to the tunnel. We are so close to the tunnel.
Oh, stop.
Oh.
Let me stop the counter. 11 minutes 23. So what we're doing here is we're over 12 minutes.
Oh, we are?
Yeah. So we're over the time. Stop. 12 minutes and 29 seconds with 2.4 mpgs on the trip meter.
Yeah.
Which is actually, it was 2.3 on the Ford.
Yeah.
So according to the trip meter, The Ram did a little bit, tiny bit better,
Yeah.
and slower.
Well, if I had done less RPMs, it would have got a little better fuel mileage. But I like the way we're controlling this. The manual shift, I mean, you know, I sold trucks for 10 years, and you couldn't get anybody in the mountains to buy a truck without a manual transmission. And then they came out with tow mode. Then they have lock-up torque converter and all the gears except for the first. So the manual shifting just lets you get that control we once had.
What did you think about the manual shifting?
Well, it was interesting. I always wanted to do that with this kind of a load, because we've always compared truck to truck before. Now we're comparing the abilities of this truck and how to optimize its performance, which I really liked. You know, going down the hill, we ended up holding it in second gear most of the time, which was good. I mean, that's where it stayed. That's where it's controllable. I wish I had it 2.5 gears, but it was interesting holding that way. The transmission helped us, the tow haul mode helped us, and the exhaust brake helped us. We had all the tools in the toolbox helping us.
And what about up the hill? I mean, it did well.
That was interesting because, you know, they try to keep us right above torque curve, which was where we were. We were, you know, 2,200 RPMs, but by shifting it down to lower gear, I was able to stay right at the horsepower, the peak horsepower.
Yeah.
Which, so I had all that going for me, which I liked, and I think it cooled off the engine, cooled everything off because you're running at a higher RPM where you should. Now the computer's trying to save us fuel, and that's why it would run at lower RPMs. And I probably would have got a better fuel on mileage run if I had let the computer do it, but I thought that was great controlling up there because you feel like you're more in control.
And it was safe, right? I didn't feel unsafe at any point in time. So go back to tfltruck.com for more news, views, and real-world reviews, all kinds of crazy towing tests, and where else?
At mrtruck.com.
Yep. And check out our new book, Truck Nuts, the book.
Yeah, Truck Nuts, the book.
Where we cover all things truck, and you could read it all in one package.
You too can be a truck nut.
Today, I got to tow and move a Prowler, a US Navy jet, military jet with real history. But I'm gonna bring this Ram 3500 into the hangar of the Wings Over the Rockies Museum, Air and Space Museum in Denver, Colorado. So what kind of a plane is it? What is it used for typically?
So the EA-6B is an electronic warfare aircraft, and so its job isn't to bomb anybody or to fight other jets. It's literally there to take out an enemy's air defense system, their radar,